What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. We're rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates, remember, throughout all of the January transfer window. So if you want to stay up to date first and fast on YouTube this winter with all the latest Manchester City transfer news, then make sure you have subscribed to my channel. Now less than 200 subs away from my goal of 28k subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Social media links, they're in the description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Also, don't forget as well, my email in the description if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. 300 likes once more is the aim. Also, don't forget as well to leave your thoughts in the comments below what you make of these transfers. Finally, this video is sponsored and it's brought to you by Manscaped, who have sent me the latest Lawnmower 4.0 right here. You can go and cop yourself the Lawnmower 4.0 on Manscaped's website. You can use code JSGC at checkout. That will give you 20% off. You can use code JSGC on any product on the Manscaped website, so go and check that out. That would be much appreciated. Links and details there in the description. Let's crack on then with this video. We're going to start off first for a change with the ins, and we've got an update on Joao Felix. Now, Joao Felix, the latest on him being reported by the Athletic that despite Atletico Madrid being keen to sell Joao Felix, Manchester City are believed to be one of the clubs that are not interested in signing Joao Felix in this window. So any rumour of Joao Felix being linked with Manchester City, it's done, dusted. City, this window at least, are not making a move. And I'm sure this will be the first of many rumours coming in with Manchester City being linked with players. But Joao Felix, we can cross that one out. That's done and dusted. He is not joining Manchester City. Now, moving on to the outs, we have a huge update on Bernardo Silva. In the last 24 hours, if you wasn't aware, Bernardo Silva has sat down and done an interview with Record over in Portugal, and once more he's moaning that he's still at Manchester City. Now, what has been said is Bernardo Silva isn't happy that he's still at Manchester City. He's not happy that he's still got 2 years left on his Manchester City contract running from this summer coming up in 2023. He feels like he's been at Manchester City for 2 years longer than what he's needed to be. Said he's made no secret of him wanting to go back to Iberia. He says that his aim was to return back to Benfica by the time he's 32. But because Manchester City 2 summers ago didn't sell him, it's hampered his plans, and he's now he's 2 years behind on his project. He said clubs only offer 5 or 6 year contracts, not 2 or 3 year contracts. So when the time comes for him to leave Manchester City, he's going to be given a contract. He's going to be at a new club if he leaves this summer until he's at least 34. So he's not happy that he wants his return to Benfica once he's 32. Probably isn't going to happen. Now, I did put my thoughts out on this on Twitter yesterday. It didn't really make sense that Bernardo Silva has chosen now to come out with this interview, that he's come out and chosen to say the words that he has said, which I can argue that the words that he said is disrespectful to the club and to the fans. Let's not forget, Manchester City just a couple of days ago picked up a very disappointing home draw against Everton. And right now, we need unity. We need players to be fully focused. And Bernardo Silva's response to a disappointing result, his first start for Manchester City since after the World Cup, he decides to sit down, do an interview, and publicly, not even in private, publicly say that he doesn't want to be at Manchester City. Now, how do you guys feel, and how should this situation be handled? Let me know in the comments below, because part of me is annoyed, very angry. I don't want to see Bernardo Silva start in the next game for Manchester City. Hell, I don't even want to see him in the Manchester City squad. This interview, to me, if I was manager, I would be absolutely fuming. Now, I don't know whether this is Bernardo Silva's done this interview months back in the summer, and it's been held back and they've chosen to publicly release it now, or whether this is Bernardo Silva's agent or Bernardo Silva himself trying to force Manchester City's hand. We know Barcelona are interested in signing Bernardo Silva, and we also know that Barcelona can't rub 2 pennies together. They cannot afford to pay any money for Bernardo Silva. There might be some interest from other clubs. I know PSG in the past have been linked. Is he happy to go to PSG? Do I see City negotiating with PSG? I find it very difficult. There could be Premier League interest, but Manchester City, they've said that they don't want to sell any of their first team players now to any other Premier League teams. We've done that with Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus and Raheem Sterling last summer. These players could come back to hurt Manchester City, as the City's stance is they'd rather sell to a club abroad. We don't have great relations with PSG due to their ownership and a little bit of rivalry going on between Qatar, obviously, and the UAE, and Man City's owners being based in Abu Dhabi, which I'm sure could be friction down with a good offer to Manchester City for Bernardo Silva from Paris Saint-Germain. But right now I'm not hearing any links of PSG making a move for Bernardo Silva. He's always been insistent he wants to move to Iberia. Real Madrid not been linked with Bernardo Silva for a while, so do I see them making a move? I'm not so sure. Barcelona, the only way they could negotiate a deal here is be able to offer Manchester City a very small number or even zero and offer to pay Manchester City in instalments like they did with Ferran Torres. However, Man City, they could get a really good cash sum for Bernardo Silva. So all avenues seem to be closed when it comes to Bernardo Silva leaving Manchester City. And this move here, right now with the timing, suggests to me anyway that Bernardo Silva is trying to force a move away from Manchester City for cheap. And if he publicly makes it known and becomes public enemy number one at Manchester City, it might just help force through a transfer for cheap for him to leave Manchester City. What I don't understand is why Bernardo Silva bothered to sign 5 or 6 year contracts with Manchester City if he had full well in mind that he wanted to use Manchester City to be able to have a few good years here and then go somewhere else and explore a new challenge before returning back to Benfica. Why sign that contract? Why not say to Manchester City, actually, I'm interested in doing 3 years, I'll sign a 3-year contract, and in 2 years we'll go back to the negotiation table and we'll see where we go from there. So this transfer is very strange, very, very strange. I'm not a fan with how this situation has been handled by Bernardo Silva, and I'm very interested to see if he is in the Manchester City starting 11 against Chelsea on Thursday, and whether he is in the Manchester City squad. And it'd be interesting to get Pep Guardiola's thoughts on this, and it'd be interesting to see Chicky's thoughts on this and what Bernardo Silva is trying to make happen. But one thing I'm certain of is that a transfer will not happen in this January winter transfer window, because City will not sell a first team player in the January winter transfer window. It'll happen in the summer if it does happen at all, and he's trying here to use this as a mechanism to try and force through a cheap transfer, but Barcelona can't afford him. What price would we be looking at here for Bernardo Silva? Personally, I won't be accepting anything maybe under 60-70 million pound. So I'm really unsure. I don't really know what direction this is going in. I'm wondering if there's an impact here that Man City have maybe let Bernardo Silva and his entourage know that they push for a transfer because Man City want to make a move for another central midfielder, and they see this as a good way of us getting some income in. If we're making a move for Jude Bellingham in the summer, for example, then bringing in £60 million for Bernardo Silva would pay for near enough half of the fee that it would to bring Jude Bellingham into Manchester City. So I'm not too sure. One thing is for certain, the City definitely not happy with their central midfield. Man City are looking to get more energy into their central midfield, us and a few other clubs in the Premier League as well. And whilst that's happening, Bernardo Silva looking to leave Manchester City. Where it will be, who will know? How much it will be, who will know? Like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So there we go, that has been today's transfer update. We'll be back again tomorrow for another daily Manchester City transfer update. So if you want to stay up to date on YouTube first and fast with all the latest Manchester City transfer news, make sure you've subscribed to my channel, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on to be notified immediately for when I do upload. You don't want to miss a thing when it comes to daily Manchester City transfer updates. Social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, my email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, TikTok link also in the description. If you want to go and check that out and follow me on there, that would be much appreciated. Leave a thumbs up, 300 likes is the aim. Let me know your thoughts and what you make of these transfers in the comments below. Finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, Manscaped. The link and details, they're all in the description. Go and use code JSGC for 20% off on Manscaped's website. Brilliant for male grooming, brilliant for their electric razors. Lawnmower 4.0, a cracking little electric razor. Go and check it out. Go and cop yourself one. Get yourself 20% off as well. Go and check out their other products as well. They also include boxers, t-shirts and things like that. Very comfortable. Go and check them out and get yourself 20% off. Code JSGC. And I'll see you all again tomorrow for the next Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.